Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
You're welcome to Kiddies World with LOLA. KWWL!
Kiddies World with LOLA!
Kiddies World with LOLA!
Fun,
educative, and... Oh, a warm welcome to you once again. This is Kiddies World with LOLA, a fun, inspiring, and educative children's show showing right here on Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT. On Star Times. On today's show, we're going to engage in varieties of segments that will inform you, educate you, and entertain you as a child or even as parents. On today's show, we have, the segment, which is the teaching segment as usual. And on that teaching segment today, I shall be teaching you on how to sit. Oh, yes. Oh, you see, many of you are adjusting your sitting positions already. All right, so we're going to learn the proper way of sitting. Thereafter, we shall be having our super kids. Yes, I said kids because we have more than one of them today who are confident and are bold to answer some of Lola's questions on the program. My questions today for them are not the usual ones, so you don't want to miss any of that. Okay, after that, we shall also have the game segment. And in the same game segment today, pardon me, we're going to be doing something very fun and interesting. Okay, so you get ready for that because it is hilarious. All right, so what are you waiting for? Join us every Saturday at 1 p.m. on this television station to enjoy fresh and exciting episode of this children's show. KWWL!
Kiddies World with LOLA!
Kiddies World with LOLA!
Fun, educating, and inspiring!
We will go on a short break right now, and when we are back, I shall be teaching. Don't change the dial. It is still Kiddies World with LOLA. KWWL!
Kiddies World with LOLA!
And Kiddies World with LOLA! Fun, educating, and inspiring!
Damosi Adegoke Adelabu was a prominent figure in Ibadan politics and Western region before Nigeria's independence. He was a key founder of the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons, a political party that held lofty the torch of liberty for the two West African countries. He carved a niche for himself as a wordsmith and a creative speaker. The nickname Kwenkele was a natively corrupted version of peculiar mess, his bombastic English language style often used to score proceedings at the parliament. The author of Africa in Ebullition, a handbook of freedom for Nigerian nationalists, was Nigeria's Federal Minister of Natural Resources and Social Services between 1955 and 1956. He died in an auto crash on the 25th March 1958 at the age of 42. Western Spring Television identifies Adegoke Adelabu as a watershed character in history. Ahmadu Bello, a Prince Royal, was born 6th of December 1910 at Raba Village, Sokoto, northwestern Nigeria. His father was a district head and heir apparent to the Sultanate throne from the house of Usmanu Danfodio, a religious and social reformer who brought the Habib dynasty under the Fulani Caliphate in the beginning of the 19th century. Ahmadu Bello raised the bar of political consciousness in participation when, in 1944, he engineered the establishment of the Northern People's Congress (NPC) as the first political party in northern Nigeria and the rallying point for politicians in the region before independence. History will not forget Ahmadu Bello for his charisma and political sagacity, which provided easy passage for his kinsmen to assume political and administrative positions in Nigeria's post-independence era. The distinguished elder statesman and Sardauna of Sokoto has his face on his country's 200 naira currency as a mark of honor to one of the architects of Nigeria's independence. Western Spring Television identifies Ahmadu Bello as a watershed character in history. This iconic African presents the narrative of a man destined to exert an imperishable global influence in Western education. His was a story of a freeborn, captured and sold into slavery. He was born in Oshogun, a native Yoruba village near Iseyin in Okeogun axis of southwest Nigeria. Samuel Ajayi Crowther was the foundation student of Fora Bay College, Sierra Leone, the foremost university where the pioneer set of native Africans were educated. Samuel Ajayi Crowther's greatest contribution to humanity was his translation of the Holy Bible into the Yoruba language. The man who authored the Yoruba dictionary was also credited with the translation of English classic hymns into Yoruba and the Ekwere languages. Samuel Ajayi Crowther's private residence in Badagry, incidentally the first story building in Nigeria, is an archival museum dedicated to the memory of Africa's first bishop. Western Spring Television identifies Samuel Ajayi Crowther as a watershed character in history.
Kiddies World with LOLA.
Well, with LOLA, fun, educating, and oh yes, I welcome you back. Now, I want to teach you how to sit like a lady. And if you are a boy, to sit like a gentleman. All right? Now, let me say this, children. Every young girl should grow up to be a lady. A lady is a female who has poise, posture, and observes etiquette. There are many women who are not ladies, not because they're married or given birth, but you must grow up to know and master some mannerism, how to eat, how to talk, how to sit, how to do everything in the right way. Children, as we know, grow up to learn how to do everything. We learn to do things majorly by watching people in our environment or in our close circle. Many of our children, we walk like our mommy, we sit like our mommy, we talk even like our parents, okay? So we learn virtually everything we do by watching other people. In the course of this, sometimes, we pick up bad ways of doing things. But don't worry about that, because the good news today is we can learn to do it right, right? Everybody say we can learn to do it right.
We can learn to do it right.
So whenever we see the opportunity to learn the right thing, you should ensure that you take up that opportunity and use it well. So I'm going to be teaching you today how to sit. Okay? So now I'm going to sit and show you. Now, if you're a girl and you want to sit, the first thing you have to do is to ensure that your hands are this way, okay, or your top. So you ensure that you place your hand like this, okay? All right? Just place your hand down like this to press your skirt, to be ensure that there are no creases when you're sitting. So look at me right now. These are my hands, and so I want to sit, so I go like this. Okay, now when you're seated, you must ensure you are not seated with your laps open. I'm not going to open my laps for that matter. I won't. But let me tell you, children, if you're seated, you must keep your laps together. So sometimes, oh, Lola, but when we get tired, we can just be forgetful. Yes, that's the reason you must practice good etiquette. The more you practice to do the right things, the natural it will become of you. So whenever you're sitting, don't sit like this. Don't sit, to the side like this, bending. No, you must sit. And your butt, okay, your bottom must touch the lower back of the chair. You must ensure that, number one, your knees are together. And secondly, you're sitting straight, upright like this. Thirdly, make sure you're resting your elbow, all right here. Rest your elbow below your stomach, all right? And keep your hands. Don't sit and sit like this. Don't sit like this with a bent back. And no, this is a bad posture. It's not good for your spines, okay? So you sit, your laps are together, your hands, your elbows are resting on the lower part of your stomach individually, okay? And should maybe you get tired and your legs are hurting or something because you're just practicing to sit well, you can cross your ankle. Now, I know many times we do that, but as a child, if you want to practice good posture for sitting, never cross your knee. Never cross your knee. As a girl, you don't cross your knee. What you cross is your ankle. Okay? So don't do this. This is wrong. Hello, children. I hope you can see that. This is wrong. What you should cross is your ankle right here. Okay? So you cross your ankle and then you sit like this. This is comfortable. This is good enough. And it's not going to put anyone in trouble. All right? So this is the right way to sit. Sit up. Rest your elbow. Sit down, everybody. Sit like this. Make sure, you see, as I'm seated, there are no creases from my dress. So this is the right way to sit. So let me give you a few tips, okay? Number one, you should ensure that your bottom is touching the lower back of the chair. All right? Ensure your bottom is touching the lower back of the chair. Okay, very good. I can see many of you adjusting your sitting positions already. That's good. You're such a smart learner. Okay, then after that, you must press your dress down. Don't just sit. Remember that before I sat the other time, I ensured that I pressed the back part of my dress down, okay, to avoid any creases, and I sat. And after sitting, put your laps together. Don't open it wide like this. We don't want to be part of that details, okay? So make sure you are seated well, all right? So do you want to try sitting properly now, everybody? Okay, right up, and then, good. Can we just sit right now? Good, press it down, sit, good, close your laps. Okay, now let me tell you another thing you can do to maintain a good sitting posture. You can slide your knee this way. Can you see? Yes, you can slide it like this. Remember your ankle is crossed, and then you want to slide to the right like this. You just turn it a bit. Can you see this? Yes, you can do this. Remember, we do not cross our knee, we cross our ankle. So this is it. And if you want to do it the other way around, to the left, you do it just like this, and you rest your hand. These are the right way to maintain a good sitting posture. I hope you have learned today. All right then, so we will be back on this same program. Don't touch the dial, because after now, you're going to be meeting our fantastic, super kids that will be answering Lola's question. They're so funny. But don't worry, you will meet them soon. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch the channel. It's still Kiddies World with LOLA. KWWL.
Kiddies World with LOLA.
Kiddies World with LOLA. Fun, educating, and inspiring.
Here are 5 amazing fun facts I bet you never knew about Christianity.
Number 1, there are over 2.4 billion Christians worldwide.
Amazing fun fact number 2. The Bible is one of the best-selling books of all time, with more than 100 million copies sold every year.
Most Christians believe in heaven and hell.
The Bible is the most translated book in the world, with more than 3,000 languages.
Amazing fun fact number 5. Most Christians throw science out of the window without realizing that most scientists are Christians. Hello, I am Pastor Steve Akinwumi.
And I am Dr. Adeoye Oyewole.
Join us as we highlight and discuss day-to-day issues pertaining to the day-to-day living of every Christian.
Issues in Christendom shows every Sunday on Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on StarTimes.
This iconic African presents the narrative of a man destined to exert an imperishable global influence in Western education. His was a story of a freeborn, captured and sold into slavery. He was born in Oshogun, a native Yoruba village near Iseyin in Okeogun axis of southwest Nigeria. Samuel Ajayi Crowther was the foundation student of Fora Bay College, Sierra Leone, the foremost university where the pioneer set of native Africans were educated. Samuel Ajayi Crowther's greatest contribution to humanity was his translation of the Holy Bible into the Yoruba language. The man who authored the Yoruba dictionary was also credited with the translation of English classic hymns into Yoruba and the Ekwere languages. Samuel Ajayi Crowther's private residence in Badagry, incidentally the first story building in Nigeria, is an Akaba museum dedicated to the memory of Africa's first bishop. Western Spring Television identifies Samuel Ajayi Crowther as a watershed character in history.
Arrested, affected, sound, found. What do we see? What do we say? Flowing from a spring. A fact A to Z. Check and confirm. Ever is pounding current events. Traveling down from the business gist to the globally arising happenings, to the sports news, to the bittersweet infos. Guided transmission. Even diffusion. Vast and fast. Detailed facts are fled. Within seconds, nuggets of words that flew across borders are fired. Stories short and long, wrapped in bundles of words, broken and dissected as it is, except misheard. This is the news as it is.
The name Adolf Hitler exudes a gale of bile from millions of people who were victims of his autocratic rule and love, from fanatical supporters of his imperial aggression. Born April 20, 1889, at a small Austrian town sandwiched between Austro-German frontier. Adolf Hitler spent most of his childhood in Linz, the capital of Upper Austria. As a very prominent stakeholder in the horrific events of conflicts in Europe, Adolf Hitler could simply go off as the sole mover of the Second World War. 40 million Jews were murdered in the gas chambers of various Nazi camps on the orders of Adolf Hitler. Thousands of Adolf Hitlers still live in Germany today, but the majority of them are elderly and were named before the end of the Second World War. As the name pales into vanishing rarity, 13 children, according to official records, were named Adolf Hitler between 2006 and 2013. Western Spring Television identifies Adolf Hitler as a major character in history.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
Oh, yes, you're welcome back. KWWL.
Kiddies World with Lola.
Kiddies World with Lola. Fun, educative, and oh, yes. Now this is the time you have been waiting for, I know. But let me say a big, massive thank you to our audience from Day Spring Life Builders School. Can you put your hands together for yourself? You are amazing. I mean, you're smart and electrifying. Thank you so much for coming today. All right, so we have our guest right here. Wonderful guests they are. They'll be telling us their names and few things about themselves before I go into the asking of questions. So, can we meet you, young man?
My name is Olufemi Shadrach. I'm 9.
You're 9. Okay, you don't look 9. You look good, by the way.
I was born in the year 2013, October 3.
2013. Okay, yeah, that's 9 years. Okay. Where do you school, Shadrach?
I school in Pennyland Private School.
Okay, Pennyland Private School. Right, fine. Okay, can we meet you, the young lady?
My name is Tutola Naomi.
Naomi Tutola, okay. And how old are you? What else do you want to tell us?
I'm
about?
10 years old.
Okay, so you're 10, he's 9.
Yes.
Okay, the other time behind the camera, somebody said he was nice like that, and the other person is not. I mean, I don't know.
Yes, I'm nice. She's not.
Why would you say you're nice, she's not? Has she ever taken your biscuit without returning it?
Yes.
Tell me about it. So what happened, Shadrach?
Okay. She took the biscuit and she never returned it back. She just threw it into the restroom.
Wow, that's not nice. Anyways, I want to believe that story is true, Shadrach.
It is.
Okay, well, I have some questions that I want to ask you today, and I want you to raise your hand like this. Raise your 2 hands like this. One will be okay. I promise to tell Lola the truth. Say, I promise to tell Lola.
I promise to tell Lola
The truth.
the truth
And nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Very good. Put your hands down. So here we go. Tell the audience and everyone viewing the best and worst part of your day. I know if I should ask your mom or your dad, they'll be able to tell us the worst part of your day, because I said part of your day, and it doesn't have to be today. It can be any other day, like all your normal day. So is it morning, is it afternoon, or is it evening? So Princess, tell us the best and the worst part of your day, like average day?
Any day.
The best part of my day was the day they took me to museum.
No, you didn't get. Let me rephrase my question. Now the question is, we have 24 hours in a day, right?
Yes.
And we have how many days in a week?
7 days.
Okay, and in a month?
30
30 or?
21.
Okay, so now this is what I'm saying. We have morning, we have afternoon, we have night. Which of those 3 periods is the best part of your day?
The afternoon,
The afternoon, and why?
because they took me to Lagos.
The best part of your day. Okay, so let me ask Shadrach, what's the best part of your any day of your normal day?
Best part.
Yes.
Okay, the best part of my day was when I clocked 9.
Okay, now let me tell you this. This will give you a clue. The best part of my day is when I wake up, the morning time. Why? Because I wake up with lots of energy and I'm always happy to go make money for another day. All right? So for me, that's the best part. I know for many children, many of you watching, the best part of your day is not usually morning because you get interrupted from your beauty sleep. So many of you don't like to get up on time from bed, and so you go, oh, here she comes again. Oh, I don't want to get up from bed. So that's what I mean. So for you, what's the best part of your day, Shadrach? Is it when the bell is jingled, or why the night?
Because I get to sleep a lot.
Ah, okay. Princess, what about you?
The night.
The night as well?
Yes.
Not when the bell is jingled for your snack, snack time.
No.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Now, Shadrach, do you play games?
Yes.
Okay, which of them?
GTA 5.
What is that about now? Tell us. What kind of game is it?
It's an action game.
Ah, that kind?
Yes.
Wow, okay. Princess, do you play games at all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, which is your favorite?
Killer Bean
Killer Bean, okay. So, what is that about?
is about killing criminals.
Wow, so would you love to grow up to become
An assassin.
a police officer or you know, like a DSS?
No.
Okay, so what would you like to be when you grow up?
A lawyer.
A lawyer. Okay, so that has to do with crime and criminology. Okay, now if you ever get into mommy's car
Yes.
or daddy's car, what's your favorite thing to do in the car? I know mine. I know you can't wait.
Go to the steering.
Go to the steering, but you cannot drive. Please put your hands together for him. Why do all children want to get, especially boys, once they get into the car, they want to just go to the steering? Why?
To drive the car.
Excuse me, you've got to wait for your time, you know. Please put your hands together for him. All right, Princess.
To sit at the front.
Ah, like Madame. Is it? Interesting. Please put your hands together for Princess. Okay, now, I'm going to ask you this. What is the silliest face you can make? I have my faces, and I'm sure you have your faces. So what's the silliest one? I want the camera to catch your face right now. Make a silly face. Like,
First.
okay, she should go first.
Yes.
Okay, so Precious, make your silly face right now. Let's see. Oh my goodness. So that's the best. Okay, I'm going to show you my silly face, but then not now. So Shadrach, let's see your silliest face that you can make. Jeez, this is looking like a gorilla already. Goodness me. Can you see those teeth? Like, woo, you scared me. Woo, that's okay. Please put your hands together for him. Wow, you scared me right there, you. Okay, now I'm back. Now, if you would have a grocery store, you know, like the ones we have in town and all of that, if you were to go to a grocery store and I take and say, Lola takes you to a grocery store right now, what will you pick at the grocery store? Princess?
Games.
Games? You're a girl.
Yes.
I thought, really? So what would you have picked, Shadrach?
Bread.
Huh? Bread.
Yes.
Goodness me, bread of all things, not automated car, not
Okay, let me choose another one.
You like food. Okay, after bread will be what?
PS5.
But the truth is you like food, Shadrach.
Yes.
I know, look at your mouth. Anyways, okay, so if you're going to make any wish right now, this goes to the two of you. If you have to make any wish right now, what will it be? Yes, Shadrach?
Be the richest and smartest man on earth.
Richest and smartest man on earth. Okay, well, we don't know who's going to grant that wishes. What about you, Princess?
I like to be famous.
You like to be famous, to be a celebrity, and then you'll be signing autographs and all that. You love paparazzi, Princess. Okay, but that's fine. Now, there's different kind of smell, right?
Yes.
Which is your favorite? Your favorite smell that you love, that goes, it could be smell of food, it could be smell of other things, but what, I know that food caught your attention. I know you love food, Shadrach, but then what's your favorite smell? Good one for that matter.
A chicken that they just brought out of the oven.
Yo, goodness me. Say that again, Shadrach.
A chicken that they just brought out of the oven.
I say you like food. You like food. Chicken. What would that go with? A bottle of juice or something? You make me salivate right now. Okay, Princess, what about you? What's your favorite smell?
Jollof rice or pizza.
Jollof rice or pizza. Oh, girls things. Okay, that's fine. And what would now be your yuckiest, like the yuckiest smell you've ever perceived? What is it? Think about it very well, because sometimes it is something that comes from you, but then, I don't have to share mine with you. So what is the yuckiest, like, all right?
A dead
Yes.
rat.
Sorry?
A dead rat.
A dead rat for you. Okay, I hope you don't have rats in your house.
No.
Yes, what about you,
A
Princess?
dead rat and beans.
Beans. So does beans have a yuck? Okay, well, if left for many days, right?
Yes.
Okay, but do you know mine?
No?
Fat. Fat. And somebody's fat that I would not like to mention now. You know who's fat?
Yes.
My own. Terrible, I know. All right, moving away from that, I have just maybe 2-3 questions left, okay? Now, what's your favorite weather? Rainy season or dry season? Yes, Princess?
Rainy season.
Rainy season, and why?
Because I like to
Bathe in the rain?
Yes.
Woo! Somebody loves to shower in the rain. Oh, okay, what about you?
Rainy season also.
Rainy season, and why?
Because of the weather. Because I like the cool breeze.
And because you like to sleep.
Yes.
I know it. Because you like to sleep. People will like to eat. The moment you're done eating, they just sleep and they do they just snore. All right then. So when was the last time you were silly, Shadrach? Remember you promised to tell me the truth. When was the last time you were silly?
Okay, that'll be day before yesterday.
And what was it that you did?
I accidentally took one of my sister's things.
Accidentally, you said?
And I broke it.
Oh, that was really silly. I hope you apologize.
Yes.
Okay, Princess, maybe princesses don't do anything silly. Is that true? Oh, thank you for being so, fair and truthful. So yes, sometimes too, as children, we get to do some silly things. Okay, so what was the last thing you did that was silly, and when?
Mommy told me not to take drink to school yesterday.
Mommy told you not to take, just yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
And I took it to school.
Oh, that is really silly. And you took the drink to school?
Yes.
I hope you apologize and she forgave
Yes.
you. All right then. Okay, what will you do with ₦1 million? Shadrach, you wanted money?
Yes.
You want to be the smartest kid?
Yes.
Right? What will you do with ₦1 million?
I'll buy houses, a private jet, and a private...
Hello, excuse me. With ₦1 million, that is 100,000. Can we count, studio, everybody? Let's count. 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 700. And then, of course, 900,000, 900,099, and then 1 million. So we're talking about 1 million. We're not talking about 100 million. Do you know how much they sell a house? Guess, Shadrach. 5,000?
No.
How much do they sell a house? Do you have an idea?
It can be like 1 million or let's say
It's-
250.
It's more than that, darling. Well, it depends, but say from 10 million, depending on the house. If you don't want to buy an ant house, you know what I mean? So let's say you have 100 million. Woo! Now you said, okay. Did you see the face? All right, so yes.
Food.
You buy food.
A lot.
A lot of food. Did you hear Shadrach? Shadrach needs counseling and he needs to see a financial analyst. Yes, Princess, what will you buy if you have 100 million right now?
I'll buy a house, car, and buy food stuff for
She wants to cook. Our small mommy says she will buy a house, she will buy food stuff for the family. But I know you will do better. And I know that you want to be very friendly today. A big high five to you. Thank you so much. Catch one there. Wow, thank you so much for coming today. You've really made us laugh. All right. And I want to wish you all the best, all the best. You want to shout out to anyone today? Give a shout out. Okay, go ahead.
And shout out to my sis,
Your sis, the name?
MJS.
MJS. Okay, there you go, Shadrach and Princess. Give me a shout out.
to my sister,
To your sister. What's her name?
Precious.
Precious. Princess Precious. Thank you so much, Shadrach and Princess. You've really made us laugh today. And thank you for letting us into your world. Now we know that Shadrach likes food. And we know that Princess will want to buy a house if she has 100 million. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will go on a short break, and when we return, we're going to be having the game segment. It's very, very unusual today, and I want you to please ensure you are right there. Don't change the dial, because it will be our game segment after this short break. Don't go anywhere. Kiddies World with Lola. We'll be right back. See you soon.
This iconic African presents a man destined to exert an imperishable global influence in Western education. His was a story of a freeborn, captured and sold into slavery. He was born in Oshogun, a native Yoruba village near Iseyin in Okeogun axis of southwest Nigeria. Samuel Ajayi Crowther was the foundation student of Fora Bay College, Sierra Leone, the foremost university where the pioneer set of native Africans were educated. Samuel Ajayi Crowther's greatest contribution to humanity was his translation of the Holy Bible into the Yoruba language. The man who authored the Yoruba dictionary was also credited with the translation of English classic hymns into Yoruba and the Ekwere languages. Samuel Ajayi Crowther's private residence in Badagry, incidentally the first story building in Nigeria, is an archival museum dedicated to the memory of Africa's first bishop. Western Spring Television identifies Samuel Ajayi Crowther as a watershed character in history. Ahmadu Bello, a Prince Royal, was born 6th of December 1910 at Raba Village, Sokoto, northwestern Nigeria. His father was a district head and heir apparent to the Sultanate throne from the house of Usmanu Danfodio, a religious and social reformer who brought the Habib dynasty under the Fulani Caliphate in the beginning of the 19th century. Ahmadu Bello raised the bar of political consciousness in participation when, in 1944, he engineered the establishment of the Northern People's Congress (NPC) as the first political party in northern Nigeria and the rallying point for politicians in the region before independence. History will not forget Ahmadu Bello for his charisma and political sagacity, which provided easy passage for his kinsmen to assume political and administrative positions in Nigeria's post-independence era. The distinguished elder statesman and Sardauna of Sokoto has his face on his country's 200 naira currency as a mark of honor to one of the architects of Nigeria's independence. Western Spring Television identifies Ahmadu Bello as a watershed character in history. Gbadamosi Adegoke Adelabu was a prominent figure in Ibadan politics and Western region before Nigeria's independence. He was a key founder of the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons, a political party that held lofty the torch of liberty for the two West African countries. He carved a niche for himself as a wordsmith and a creative speaker. The nickname Kwenkele was a natively corrupted version of peculiar mess, his bombastic English language style often used to score proceedings at the parliament. The author of Africa in Ebullition, a handbook of freedom for Nigerian nationalists, was Nigeria's Federal Minister of Natural Resources and Social Services between 1955 and 1956. He died in an auto crash on the 25th March 1958 at the age of 42. Western Spring Television identifies Adegoke Adelabu as a watershed character in history.
Welcome back. This is still Kiddies World with Lola, and here we are about to commence today's game. However, I'm going to be asking our audience from Dayspring Life Builder School a few questions. Whoever is able to answer my questions will have the opportunity to partake of this game. All right, so the learners from Dayspring Life Builder School, are you ready? Yeah! Okay, so my first question today will be, what is the full name of this television station? If you know it, raise your hand. Okay, let's have you. What's the full name? Yes?
Western Television.
No, not quite. Yes, you.
Western Spring Television.
Fantastic. Please applaud her. Please come forward. I have a girl. I need a boy right now. So my second question, I hope you'll get it right. Student of Dayspring Life Builder School, I want to ask you this question. Who is the newly elected governor of Osun State? Yes, where are the girls, the boys, where are you? Yes, okay, you tell us. You, yes. Tell us, who is the governor of Osun State?
Adeleke Nuruddin Jackson.
That is detailed. Please put your hands together for him. So step forward. You two are going to play this game today. Now listen very clearly to these instructions. I have left and it is equal. We have same quantity of balloons. So what you both are going to do is you're going to sit on the balloon and you're going to pop it. Whoever is able to pop within the seconds of counting in the audience or from the audience is the winner. Are you ready for that game?
Yes.
Now, this is the rule. You must not hold the balloon to sit on it. So you place it down and then sit, okay? Audience, you're going to do this with me. We're going to be counting down 20 seconds, okay? We're going to be counting down how many seconds?
20 seconds.
Yes, children watching, you can count with us as well. We're going to count down 20 seconds. Once I say start, we'll start to count from 20, okay? So if you're able to bust everything, sit on it and bust it in 20 seconds, you are our superhero today. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to say start. The moment I say start, we start counting, okay? So start. 20, 19, 18, 16, busted. Yes, 14, yes, 13, 12, 11, 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 1, 4. Oh, we have someone who busted it already. Please give it up for her. Wow. So she was able to bust all our balloons, but he was not able to bust the balloon. You think it was easy? Please put your hands together for them one more time. All right, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. They've really done well, and I want to appreciate all of the audience from Dayspring Live Builder School. Thank you for doing the countdown with me. I'm sure you have learned and you've had so much fun on today's episode of Kiddies World with Lola. I want to show our gratitude to our smart and active audience from Dayspring Live Builder School here in Oshogbo. Our appreciation also goes to our guests, that is Shadrach and Princess, and to you, our wonderful viewers. We hope to see you again. Join us again next week for a fresh and exciting episode of Kiddies World with Lola, right here on Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT on Star Times. The time has not changed. It's still 1 p.m. You can watch us on our YouTube page, which is Western Spring Television, okay? Or you can subscribe on the channel that is on Star Times. We're on channel 190 DTT. Until next week when we come your way again, stay inspired and enjoy the rest of your day.